We got some asshole out there says when the probate is over, what you gonna do?
What probate? What probate are you talking about? I
I
don't know
guess
what the
they're
fuck.
talking about the estate. I guess.
The estate, the judge. Okay, here's the thing with the estate. The estate still exists because I didn't kill it. The judge has put everything under my control. I get to decide when the estate disappears and when it does not. And it is actually in my best interest to leave the estate intact because the estate is a recognized entity of the government. It is recognized by the courts, and as such, it is a legal entity. And so I'm going to keep the estate going because they can't fight against an estate. They can fight against me all day long. They can't fight against an estate. Okay. The estate literally gives me a power in court that I would not have as an individual. Not only that, but as a representative of an estate, I also have the backing of the county sheriff that way as well. And therefore, I'm the plaintiff in most engagements in court. And as the plaintiff, I have the backing of the county sheriff. So I have the power of the sheriff, and I have power as a legal entity in a court of law. So yeah, I see no reason to get rid of the estate just yet until I've recovered my inheritance, my children, and the money that CPS owes me in back child support, plus the 74 grand that I'm owed for being locked out of my double wide. Now, when I get all that, then I'll dissolve the estate because at that point I shouldn't no longer need it. But for now, it is actually in my best interest and a safety measure even to leave the estate intact and to leave it the way it is. I am 100% in control of everything. Okay. The judge put me in control. My mother put me in control. Everybody put me in control. And I decide when the estate goes bye bye and when it does not. Nobody else does. I guess the judge could step in if there was a problem, but hey, guess what? There isn't any problems.
You got that place running like a tight ship, man.
I got it running like a sewing machine right now. So what's the fucking problem? Oh, there isn't any. Therefore, there's no reason for the court to intervene in any way. I don't know where you guys are getting this stuff that I'm going to be evicted or that the state's going bye-bye or anything. Where are you getting that shit from? Because if you'd been following along the whole time, you would have known where I told everyone way back when the judge told me, hey, you're in complete control. You decide when the estate ends, not me. She literally put it in the ball in my court. No pun intended. But she put the ball in my court to decide when the estate ends and when it does not. Period. End of story. A sitting judge did that. Okay. So now, unless you're a sitting judge, I don't think you're going to be able to do a whole hell of a lot. Now, are you? So sit down, shut up, troll, and, go find something more productive to do. But now, as far as the estate is concerned, obviously, once I recover my inheritance and my children and the monies that is owed to me, then I can proceed to making improvements on the estate, which is one of the first things I intend to do. And also, taking care of some other things that need to be took care of. But for now, everything is running fine. Everything is stable. And there's no reason for the court to intervene. I think you're contriving a bunch of shit, making a bunch of shit up. Now I did have to get an extension, but that's normal. It happens all the time. There's nothing illegal, immoral, or unethical about an extension. Everybody does it. And I will be able to make up things before that expires. Listen to what he said. He said, getting the kids back is a fantasy. Are you on drugs? Potty training a puppy is not a crime, and it sure as fuck isn't a reason to steal someone's children. My children were stolen against their will and illegally detained for 3 years in a psych ward. That's not legal. No fucking way in hell is that legal. And I can go to the governor and explain to him my situation, and I'll have my kids back in 24 fucking hours. Guaranteed. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I need to get my inheritance back as well. And so I got to do things in order. But one phone call to the governor, and I'll have my kids back. You don't steal somebody's kids and illegally detain them in a psych ward for 3 years. Okay, that's not legal. No fucking way in hell is that legal. Especially over potty training a damn puppy. And then there's the fact that my kids testified in a court of law under oath that CPS lied about the condition of the home, which they did. And yet the children were completely ignored and completely denied their right to be with their father. So don't tell me ever again about children's rights, because I'll laugh at you. My children had no rights in that courtroom, because if they did, they would be with me to this very day. So no, the children didn't have any fucking rights. So don't hand me this children's rights bullshit, because I ain't buying a word of it. Not anymore. Okay, it's all bullshit. My children testified in a court of law. They should have been sent back to their father. They were not, especially after being illegally stolen. So, I mean, what the fuck, man? I don't know where you trolls get your information, but your information is wrong. Okay? It's just flat out fucking wrong. And then there's that one incident where CPS shows up with 4 cops and takes my kids just because they fucking wanted to. There was nothing wrong with the house, nothing wrong with the kids, nothing wrong with me. They showed up, 4 cops, and took my kids, stole my children off my property. They came with 4 cops to my house and stole my children. Literally stole them. There was nothing wrong. They had no reason to be there anyway. There was no reason for them to be on my property. None. Zero. Now, I don't know what they told Judge Harris. They could have told Judge Harris that I was burning them with cigarettes or something. I don't know what they told Judge Harris, and I don't give a fuck what they told Judge Harris. But what I do know is that they literally stole my children, which is illegal. It is not legal. One of the first things that we were told in real estate class, one of the first things we were told is that no one is above the law. But yet CPS is certainly acting like they're above the law now, aren't they? That needs to change. We'll see how things go. But the destroyer's coming, and it doesn't matter what you think or believe or feel. The destroyer's coming, and that's just the way it is, man. You're just going to have to deal with it. But I can rest easy because I know he ain't coming for my happy ass. I know he ain't. Because I didn't go out here and destroy someone's life. I didn't go out here and steal someone's inheritance. I didn't go out here and destroy someone's family. I didn't do any of that shit. So I ain't got to worry about the destroyer. I don't have to worry about him at all. But you trolls and the frosts that have destroyed my family, destroyed my finances, blocked me from getting my disability SSI and BA. You don't think the destroyer is going to wipe you all motherfuckers out? Of course he is.